Thank you guys so much for supporting me on my YouTube journey. Now come and support me on my Patreon journey. You will have chances to win merch. Once I get the merch up and running, you will have chances to win merch. But up until then, you still will be entered in a chance to win samples at the end of the month. So once I get at least 10 Patreon members on the bottle drop tier and 10 Patreon members on the bourbon drop tier, that's when we'll start getting those samples rolled out. Also, barrel picks. So join me over there so you guys can get first dibs on barrel picks. Back to the video. Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, we have a sample from my brother B-Og. This is the Peerless Double Oaked Rye coming in at 109.2 proof. This is going to be a Sunday sample video, so this will be a quick one. I do not know what Peerless's rye mash bill is. I know that they use the sweet mash process. They also, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe they also use a lower barrel entry proof, which, you know, places like Michter's, companies like Michter's, they use a lower barrel entry proof, and Maker's Mark also. And you know, sometimes people believe that that lower entry proof allows that whiskey to, I guess, take on more notes of the barrel, be richer. It comes out, you don't have to water it down as much, so that still leaves more of a richer, viscous feeling across the mouth. But I do like Michter's lower proof stuff. I like Peerless's stuff, so there may be something to that low entry proof. Anyway, let's get back to the bourbon. The rye. This is Peerless's Double Oak Rye. Never had it before, ever. So shout out to you once again, Brian. Brother Brian, let's see what we're working with. All right, let's get into the nose. That's kind of musty. Like, wow. Like musty oak. Musty oak, chocolate. That's pretty much it. Like like the first nosing of the glass was like this strong, musty oak. Now I'm getting like a dark chocolate. All right, let's get it on the palate. Oh. Started off with spice. Then I got this pink bubblegum note. Oh. Now, Peerless is expensive. I think I paid $1.60 for the Peerless Double Oak. Shout out to Brad. Brad helped me get this bottle. Peerless is expensive. They will always be expensive. From what I understand, it is a lot more expensive to do the sweet mash process than it is for the sour mash process, because they have to clean everything out, strip everything down, get it just like they were if they were just, you know, making a new batch. So there is no sour mash, leaving a little bit, you know, to get everything kick-started. So it's supposed to be a little more expensive, but man, I fell in love with the Peerless Double Oak. I even recorded a review for the shelf life. I have not edited that review, took it to a bottle share. It got down even further in the bottle. I like it still, got down even more in the bottle. So look for this thing to come out sometime in the future. I do need to get this thing out on the channel, but this Peerless Double Oak Rye, so far, I am really liking this right here. All right, let's go back into the nose one more time. That musty oak came back. I just get musty oak and like chocolate on the nose. Like those are the two dominant notes. And it smells rich. It does. All right, back on the palate. I don't know what it is though. It's a little drying. That 109. I mean, you feel it with the spice. I feel it down in here, but it's not harsh to drink at all. That pink bubblegum note is lovely. It even continues on through to the finish. Now the finish is more leather and char, but light on the char, heavy on the leather, pink bubblegum note. That's really nice. Very sweet, very sweet. Let's go back into the palate one more time. Just on the front, there's a touch of like a pineapple note. Like a sweet pineapple. You know how pineapples can kind of be stingy a little bit? I know it sounds like a weird word. Pineapples can kind of be like stingy, but there's like the citrus in it, but it's sweet at the same time. I get that on just the tip of the tongue. And then it evolves into like this chocolate and pink bubblegum. And then there's a slight bit of char just as you approach the back of the palate, and then it's just leather. This is a really good product. Now, I did not do my due diligence and do my homework to find out the mash bill or the price. I am assuming, and you know what they say, what you do when you assume, make an ass out of you and me. But I am assuming these probably go for somewhere around what I paid for this one. So probably somewhere around $130 to $160. I think this is worth picking up. That is if you are a guy who is in a rise, this, I don't even want to say that you can tell it's a rye. Like, it just drinks well. Like, you would be like, that is just good whiskey. I don't know if you'd be able to pick up on whether this is a rye or not, because I'm not getting any of those grass notes. I'm not getting any of those. Like, sometimes with ryes, there's this like malty note or this fig note that I get in ryes. A lot of ryes, to be honest with you. But I don't pick that up here. I'm just picking up sweetness, a little bit of like pineapple on the front of the tongue. That pink bubblegum note is lovely. That char in the back, and then like leather. I don't think this is super complex. It's very good. I definitely think that this Peerless Double Oak is worth the pickup. So shout out to my brother Brian, man. Be all. I really appreciate this. This is definitely worth picking up if you see it in the store. And with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you head it to a drop. Until next time.